Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I am back with hashtag Decan Walk 2023. I am doing Marlena Teresa's Gemini 2 Mars and Gemini spread. This is what it looks like, and I forgot I haven't added any music. Hold on one second. So I'm back. So it says a coping mechanism for the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is the card for this Decan, to represent this Decan. And then it is Mars in Gemini. And Mars is representative of the Tower card. And Gemini is, of course, as we know from the first Decan of Gemini, the Lovers card. And then we have here with my Journey of the Sacred Bee, we have the Lovers, the Tower, and the Nine of Swords. From my Journey of Sacred Bee, it's more Thoth based, so I use this quite often because I don't really care for the Thoth deck itself. The Nine of Swords here, the keyword is despair, and you can see here we have the symbols. It's Gemini and Mars. This is the Mars card here for the Tower, and then here is the Gemini for the Lovers. And that's as I read in the book, sorry, I got stuff falling over here. As I read in the book, these are kind of two battling energies, the Tower and Gemini. Quite interesting for that. So I looked at these cards kind of as my focal point for the spread. And if you see here on the spread, it shows Nine of Swords, Tower, Lovers, and then other cards pulled. So I thought to myself, because it is an airy kind of deck, I didn't really think about what to pair with it, or what to use for the spread. But the Tarot Mystical Moments is what kind of screamed at me and told me, it kind of said, hey, we're kind of an airy deck. So this is what kind of, when I sat and thought about it, and it's a US Games deck, this is the deck that came to mind when I thought of the twin Gemini energy. And it's funny because it looks like twins here on the front of that. Maybe that's why I thought about that. But that's by Catherine Welch Stein. And I've already done a quick meditation, did a little breathing, and pulled the cards for these 5 questions. I just haven't looked at them. So without further ado, we are already 3 minutes into this video. Let's get on with it. So for card 1, it is the Fall. Where am I punishing myself? We've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant to me is there's a wealth of knowledge there. Something to be learned. And I'm punishing myself by not being open to learning that specific thing. Which makes total sense in my life right now. I'm working 2 jobs. I had a lot of health issues. I'm in and out of doctors constantly. So the thing I really want to do is finish a book, writing a book that I started many moons ago. I promised myself by the end of the year I would have it finished and uploaded and self-published on Amazon. I've yet to do anything with it. And the fact that they're holding a book, the Owl for Wisdom is holding the book here, just solidifies that, is what it's talking about. Plus, I was in school for to just kind of brush up and learn more about writing and all that, fiction writing and all that. And it's a self-paced schooling. Everything is online, but there's something distracting me from doing it. And I'm like, I already paid for the whole course. I just haven't done anything. I did like 5 assignments and I've stopped doing anything with it. So this is totally telling right here. And I've been thinking about that the last couple days. And it's funny because as we've shifted into Gemini Decan 2, there is a newer energy kind of taking place. I felt it more so today than I did yesterday when I did my video on the Decan walk. I really started to feel this weird, different energy shifting in through. And it made me think about the Tower card and how sometimes we create our own tower moments just because we're too afraid to. And again, we have that fear with the Nine of Swords. We're too afraid to take that step out of our comfort zone. So we create our own tower moment because a tower is that card that it has to happen because something isn't working. And so that just solidifies to me exactly what I was just saying. So that's insane. Insane. So that's where I'm punishing myself in the writing aspect, the not taking the time to do the thing that I enjoy most in this world, out of fear. Wow. Number 2 is the angel, a message from a trusted source, and that's this card. The death card. And again, I'm hearing there's a cyclical nature to everything. Death and rebirth, beginnings and endings. And again, I have that little devil on my shoulder saying, if you don't try a new beginning, there can never be an ending to something. Something can never start if it never ends. You know what I mean? There's never an ending if there's never a beginning. So, and because things have to begin and end, never starting it is kind of preventing me from winding up in that cycle that has to happen. If that makes any sense. It made perfect sense to me, but that's insane. So card 3, stop worrying about what? Stop worrying about this. The 7 of Cups, oh my God. 7 of Cups is about the choices we make. And I've said it many times, the 7 of Cups gives you a plethora of choices. And it's so, and with the 9 of Swords, I totally get that. With the 9 of Swords, you're all up in your head. You start thinking, oh my God, I have these choices. Which one do I pick? And then you're stuck. Because there's so many choices, you don't know which one's the right path. And that's just the way my brain works out, is I have so many choices now. I want to pick the right one, but I become stagnant because I don't know which one it is. And so that fear starts to take over, that ego drops in, and all of a sudden I'm paralyzed and I can't make any decision. I feel the same way with the 2 of Swords, where there's a decision to be made, and because I'm afraid I'm going to make the wrong decision, I'm paralyzed with this fear and can't make any decision. Wow, that's... I haven't used this deck in a while, but wow. Wow. Number 4, hands. Okay. That's just crazy. So number 4, hands. It says start doing this. What am I on? Number 4, start. It's over here. It's the Page of Wands. Interesting. And it looks like they're going on an adventure, like a safari. They got their magnifying glass. There's tropical birds all around. And that's what calls to me here is this. And of course, it's Wands taking action. I may be out of my territory here, which is what we see again here. I may be out of my comfort zone, but it's in pursuit of something, pursuit of discovering something, maybe about myself, about the world. And in that respect, I'm very naive or young in that sense. Interesting. So number 5, the blanket, my safe space. So this is my safe space. Oh, and it's the Hangman. Again, the Hangman is not really a safe space. It's that space that you become comfortable in. So if you've ever hung upside down on a monkey bars, I have many, many times, and all the blood rushes to your head. This is what I imagine in this card right now. And all the blood rushes through your head. At first it's uncomfortable, and then you get comfortable with it. And that's what I see in this kind of specific, not this specific hangman, but in this moment with the hangman card is what I kind of see here. Is, again, I become comfortable in the stagnation of everything, and there's no transformation happening. There's no death and rebirth of things. There's nothing changing because I'm choosing to be stagnant, but I become comfortable in the stagnation. And I've said that before as well too. I become comfortable in this spot, it's safe for me, in this suspended animation, if you will. Because it's not making a choice, it's not having to make a choice, it's not having to decide anything or make any decisions. I'm just there. And sometimes, yes, you need that moment, but staying in it in the long run is not helpful. That is crazy. So I'm going to read real quick from the book if I can find what I just did with it. I literally, oh my God. So for question 1, again, we have the fall. Where am I punishing myself? Which is the Hierophant. And there's just quick blurbs in here. Oh my gosh. The Hierophant is represented here by an owl sitting on a branch of an ancient tree with strong roots. He's reading out of a book in front of a little girl, eagerly sharing his knowledge and wisdom with her. The girl is listening very attentively. The old tree represents traditions grown out of centuries. The card suggests that you can honor these traditions and fulfill society's expectations by embracing existing beliefs and conventions. And maybe that's something else. I'm maybe holding on a little too tightly to some of those provincial things I was raised on. Interesting. Upright meaning, honoring traditions and rituals, institutionalized knowledge, accepting conventions. Institutionalized knowledge, again, we have with the school. Interesting. Reverse meaning, non-conformity, focus on individualism, rejecting traditional ways. And I feel like that could be where I'm in a safe spot where I don't have to make that decision on deciding for myself or following conventional rules. Interesting. This all seems to tie in together all the time. Every time I do these. The angel, a message from a trusted source, is that's the death card. Angel of death, that's weird. That's what I just heard. In front of a beautiful green garden, we see a woman whose upper chest is an open rib cage, partly skeleton. She seems to be dead, but she is in fact full of life. Her body is the vessel for blooming flowers. The white lilies emerging out of her skeleton are a symbol of purity, innocence, and hope. The woman gazes at a butterfly resting on one of the lilies, a symbol of resurrection and life. The butterfly also stands for transformation, change, and hope. The card shows us that death is not the end, but the start of a powerful new beginning. Upright meaning transformation, inevitable endings, completion, loss, transition, and finality. Reverse meaning clinging to status quo. Again, we have this clinging to tradition. Denial, dragging out an ending. So I could very well be dragging something out because I don't know where the ending's going to wind up. And again, we're back in this hangman position. So I'm not taking that risk like the Page of Wands suggests I should be. Wow. 3, head. Stop worrying over this. 7 of Cups. On this card, we see a woman in a dreamlike scene. The woman reclines on a bed of clouds in the sky, and her long auburn hair floats weightlessly. She's looking up at 7 shining stars, which symbolizes the possibilities, opportunities, and choices she can make in life. The woman is choosing one star with her pointing one, but is it the right choice? The chosen star might not reveal the opportunity she's been looking for or longing for. The woman needs to wake up from this dreamlike state of illusions and focus on what is good for her. Delusions, wishful thinking, distractions, fantasy, overwhelming decisions is the upright meaning. Reversed, alignment, personal values, overwhelmed by choices, chaos. Wow. That's exactly what I was saying in that card. 4. Hands. Start doing this. So we got the Page of Wands. An adventuresome explorer finds her way through the dense jungle. She holds a large magnifying glass to be able to discover the beauty surrounding her. Her magnified eye reveals how strong and focused she is. It shows that she is always open to inspiration and new ideas along the way. She is blazing her own trail. And again, that's funny because we're in the suspended animation. It's the safe spot. Here she's blazing her own trail, and here it's like, but you were balking tradition. Why? So, yeah, quite a bit of choices to be made with the Seven of Cups. Upright meaning creativity, sense of adventure, confidence, passion, discovery, exploration. Reverse meaning closed-mindedness, self-doubt, inhibitions, and lack of focus. That's totally me. Number 5, the blanket, my safe space. We got the Hangman. The card shows a graceful woman hanging upside down, her arms crossed over her chest. She is surrounded by thick green leaves, which create a natural and intimate atmosphere. Birds appear between the leaves and are looking at the woman with curiosity. The woman is not at all afraid. She seems calm and is at peace with her situation. Her leg is gently bound to a zipper, and her weight moves the zipper downwards, opening up a new perspective, a different landscape from behind the wall of leaves. A hint of blue sky and clouds are visible behind the woman and also on her dress. She knows a new opportunity will come if she waits. Upright meaning stillness, acceptance, fresh perspective, suspension, holding pattern. Reverse meaning resisting what is, defiance, impatience, and struggle. And that I felt that again with the Death card. It's this refusing to have that ending. Interesting. So that is my Decan spread for Gemini 2. I'm going to see if I can quickly look. Let's see if I can find these cards. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm unpaused. So I just wanted to really quickly show you guys what these 3 cards for this Decan is in this deck, because it's a beautiful deck and I hardly use it anymore. And it almost looks like this is a Nine of Swords, and I always get all eyes are on me with this card. Maybe that's a fear she's got of everybody watching her, everybody seeing her maybe for who she is, or knowing that she's wearing a mask, what have you. And then we have the Tower here. It almost looks like the same person, but she's having this Tower moment because of the Nine of Swords. And I find that quite fitting together. And then we have the Lovers here, and I don't like birds dressed as humans or human-like animals that aren't supposed to look human. But I do like this card. It's cute. So I just thought I would show you guys that those are beautiful. Beautiful cards. So that is my Decan spread for Gemini Decan 2 2023. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night.